Hi, my name is Sebastian from socialanxietysolutions.com. I am a social confidence coach and I help people with social anxiety feel calm and relaxed in social situations. And I do that using a variety of approaches that are not as mainstream as mainstream approaches. Right. And so in this video I'm going to be teaching you a bunch of anxiety reduction techniques that are very simple, odd looking, strange, Eastern, Western, combination of both of them, and they're very effective and they're very fun. And you can kind of use them in a row. You can stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to assume that you're watching this video while you're having some anxiety. Or maybe you can just scan your body and notice how you feel and check to see if you have any anxiety symptoms in the moment right now. Because if so, that's great. Then we have something to measure now at this moment in the video, and then can you remeasure it at the end of the video and see how you feel, and then a report on it below the video. So yeah, just check in with yourself. Say if 0 is no anxiety whatsoever, totally peaceful, calm, at ease, relaxed, easygoing, feeling good. You know, if that's a 0, and 10 is like as anxious as I've ever been, panic attack, you know, the worst anxiety ever, where are you on that scale, on a scale of 0 to 10? Just rate that for yourself. And then also, check what kind of anxiety symptoms you're experiencing. Is your heart racing? Do you have a pit in your solar plexus? Is your stomach tight, or is your chest tight, or is there a pressure in your chest, or do you feel a lump in your throat, or do you feel that you're sweating, or is there, you know, are your thoughts racing? Is it difficult to be present? Are you watching this, but you're actually got like, you know, all this noise going on at the same time? You know, is there heat coming into your face? How are you aware of the anxiety in your body? You know, you should just be present to that. Be aware of what's going on, rate it, and then we'll start with the first exercise. Resistance tapping. Right, so when you're experiencing anxiety, there are a variety of techniques that can help you calm down that anxiety, and we'll go over these. However, typically the techniques that you use in order to get rid of the anxiety are less effective when there is a resistance to letting go of the anxiety. Now let me quickly explain what that might be. So let's look at what anxiety is. Anxiety means that your system is perceiving a threat, and it's reacting to that threat by firing off the fight, flight, freeze response, which releases cortisol into your bloodstream and adrenaline and all sorts of other chemicals. It makes your blood go away from your digestive system into your outer limbs, goes away from your head, so you can't be thinking straight and be funny and in the moment and that kind of stuff. And your whole system is prepared to deal with the threat that your system is perceiving. And so when you then try to get rid of the anxiety by doing tapping techniques or deep breathing techniques or whatever, your system is going like, yeah, no, we can't let go of all that anxiety because you know, we can't stop this survival response because there's still a threat going on. That would be stupid to stop the survival response. We need to keep going. So we first want to address that. And so you know, what I'm talking about is actually subconscious resistance. So consciously, you want to be free of your anxiety. You want to feel calm and relaxed. But subconsciously, the deeper part of you is like, no, that's a bad idea for reason X, Y, Z. What we're going to do is we're going to just verbalize the common reasons for why the subconscious doesn't want to let go of the anxiety, while we simultaneously stimulate certain acupressure points in the body. Now, if you've never seen my videos, this is going to look a bit funny. Really quick, the technique that we're going to use is called tapping, or EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. And what it does is it disconnects the emotions from the problem that you're thinking about. So it looks really silly because you're stimulating certain acupressure points in the body, but when you're doing that while you're thinking about something that upsets you, then the emotion actually gets disconnected from the thing that you're thinking about. And they say that it is, you know, we say that it is like acupuncture but instead of using needles, you tap with the tips of your fingers on these specific acupressure points. Now, if you want to learn more about it, you can go to this link, and I'll teach it to you for free and how to apply it to social anxiety. But it's very forgiving, it's very simple, you don't have to do it perfect, it will still work. So very easily, you just want to follow along with what I'm going to do, basically. It's going to look silly, but who cares? Nobody can see you, most probably. Just watching is not enough, you actually need to participate. So you grab your two fingers, or however, you grab whatever. You take your two fingers, and with the fingertips, you're going to tap on certain acupressure points in the body. And you're just going to verbalize, you're just going to repeat after me certain things I'm going to say. And the certain things that I'm going to say are the potential resistances to letting go of the anxiety that you feel. The possible reasons why the deeper part of your mind, the subconscious mind, doesn't want to let go of the anxiety. And by doing that, we're actually getting rid of the impediment to letting go of the anxiety. We're not eliminating the anxiety, but we're getting rid of the block to eliminating the anxiety. All right, so very easy, follow along, take your two fingers, tap on the beginning of your eyebrows, go a little bit closer right there, and then tap there, and simply say, I don't want to let go of my anxiety. Okay, and then you tap on the side of your eyes right there, and say, it's not safe to let go of my anxiety. All right, now tap under your eyes. Say, I refuse to let go of my anxiety. Yeah, and tapping under your nose. Say, I don't deserve to feel calm and relaxed. Okay, on the chin. Say, I'm familiar with this anxiety. It belongs to me. Can't let it go. Yeah, and then you tap on your collarbone. Just take your fist and just thump in the general area. So your collarbone ends in a stick knob. The point is actually under here. But just take your fist and just thump in that general area. And just say, this anxiety is part of my identity. I can't let it go. Just step under your arms. If you wear a bra, it's where your bra strap meets directly under your armpit. And just say, I don't want to let go of this anxiety for whatever reason. Okay, good. Now take a deep breath. Now, like I said, this didn't resolve the anxiety, though it might already have made you feel a bit more calm. But what it has done in pretty much 95+% of the cases, it has resolved the block to letting go of the anxiety. So the block is now no longer there. Now what I want you to do is the second exercise is just thump on your chest like this, and your breastbone is actually, in energy psychology, quite a well-known spot as well in order to set your intentions. An intention, in the woo-woo spiritual world is something they talk about all the time. But it's actually backed up by science, quantum physics, and all that stuff. So an intention is basically just a goal that you have, something that you intend to happen. So, your intention might be, my intention is to feel calm and relaxed in the moment at the end of this video. Or, my intention is, I want to feel calm and peaceful. And you can either think about the intention or speak it out loud. Or you can just repeat what I say. Okay, so my intention is to feel calm and peaceful. Okay, very good. All right, next exercise. So when you experience anxiety or stress, like I said earlier, the fight, flight, freeze response is activated. And there's a particular point on your body that's called the triple warmer meridian. It comes from Chinese medicine, and it's on the back of your hand. So if you have the back of your hand, let me come a bit closer, you got the base of your pinky finger, and then the base of your your ring finger. In between there's a little crease, and the triple warmer meridian is here. Now this is directly connected to the activation of the fight, flight, freeze response. And when you stimulate this point by jamming like 3 fingers in there and tapping quite hard, don't hurt yourself, but hard enough that you can actually feel it, and you just stimulate this point for like a minute or something, and you just kind of like observe your anxiety in your body as you're doing that tapping. So maybe you just close your eyes and notice where those anxiety symptoms are going on. So maybe notice the tightness in your chest, or the lump in your throat, or the lump in your stomach, or the tightness in your stomach, or however you're aware of it while you're simultaneously doing this tapping. You might do that for like half a minute or a minute, and then you might switch over to the other one. And with the other one, I mean on the other side, on the other hand. Alright, so, I probably should keep talking to keep this interesting. So, I'm tapping on the back of my hand. And I use this personally when I feel myself being stressed at the end of the day, just before I'm going to sleep. I'm like, alright, my thoughts are racing. Okay, I'm just going to tap my triple warmer for, a minute on each hand. And it already starts to calm me down. It's very effective for that. All right, deep breath. Number 4, tap and breathe. All right, so when tapping came out, it started out being EFT, emotional freedom techniques, and eventually there started to be all these variations on standard EFT. And one of the things that came out was called tap and breathe, or even touch and breathe. That's when you stimulate or rub a particular tapping point while you breathe. And, I talk quite fast right now, or have been at least. Now I'm kind of going to slow things down. And so what you're doing is you're either tapping on this tapping point or you're rubbing it. And while you're doing that, you're simultaneously adjusting your breathing. I kind of want to give you a side view of what you're doing, because you're breathing into your belly, not into your stomach. So, and you're breathing through your nose. So you're slowly breathing into your belly, not into your chest. And you're purposely protruding and expanding your belly to get more breath in it while you're simultaneously tapping. And this is going to be a bit challenging in the beginning, but you'll get into it. And you're doing this in the comfort of your home. You practice this a bit and you get better at it. So, you're tapping and in through the nose, out through the nose. Right, and that's quite centering, and it kind of already toned me down a bit as well, as you might hear in my voice. So you're doing the tapping, you're breathing into your belly, you're breathing out from your belly, and you're doing it slowly breathing into your belly, slowly breathing out, in through the nose, out through the nose, while you're doing the tapping. And you can do one breath in, stay tapping on this point, one breath out, stay tapping on this point, and then go to the next point, one breath in, and one breath out, next point, etc. All right, so the next one is actually something that you can do with your talking. So I've been rambling on about going really quick, but when you actually deliberately slow your talking down and you really go at a pace that is like lethargic and kind of lazy, and you make these pauses in your speech, it actually starts to calm you down. So that's another thing that you can play with. All right, I interviewed an NLP master on my podcast. He mentioned that technique, and just a cool thing that you can use. All right, next. Now for the next one, we're actually going to need a chair, which I'm sitting on right now, and this is something I learned from my Psyche workshop, Psychological Kinesiology, which is fantastic, which I highly recommend you check out. It's a way to install positive beliefs into your subconscious mind and bypass the conscious mind. If you ever heard of affirmations, I love myself, I love myself, say it with conviction and emotion, I love myself, I love myself, which is great, which I do, but it takes a long time and to actually kind of convince yourself and bypass the conscious mind doing standard affirmations. Tony Robbins talks about incantations, right, where you use your whole body and force and emotion, and that's great and goes a lot faster, but in my experience it still takes quite a while. And Psych-K is just a lot more fast and effective. So, but this is not about Psych-K. This is this is a similar pose than the one you're using in Psych-K. However, this is not Psych-K. Again, this is not Psych-K. All right. This is a pose that similar to Psych-K, and it is also part of the Wayne Cook pose in energy psychology or energy medicine. So what you do is really simple. I hope you can see it because I have to be a bit creative. I'm at the roof of my hotel here because I didn't have a proper way to shoot this video, and I'm talking a bit louder. Hopefully you can still hear me, and hopefully you can still see me. So what you do is you take your left foot and you put it over your right foot, and you meet at the ankles, right? So you meet at the ankles, not at the knees. And then so my left foot is over my right foot, and then you stick your arms out like this. You put your right hand over your left hand. You turn them inwards. You lock the fingers, and then you either rest it in your lap, or you do this, whichever feels more comfortable. There's no difference between this or this. All right. And then when you sit like this, you close your eyes, and you breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And you do that for 5 breaths. Three. And again, I'm kind of speeding things up right now, but you do that really slowly. All right, and then at the end, all right, you unlock everything, and now you crisscross. You do the other things. And before, my left foot was over my right foot, and now my right foot is going over my left foot. And before, my my right hand was over my left hand. Wait, no. Left, right over left. So before my whatever it was before, I don't remember. But right now, because my right foot is crossed over my left foot, my left hand is going to cross over my right hand, and I'm going to turn it inwards, and I'm going to lock it and rest it there, close my eyes, and take those breaths again. Remember, you're going slowly in through the nose, slowly out through the nose. Alright, so you do that for 5 breaths, and that's it. Next. Alright, and for this last one, we just do some simple tapping. Alright, so just follow along, tap on the side of your hand, and just repeat after me. Even though I still feel a bit anxious right now, and I notice that in my body, and maybe I have all these reasons for it, I want to remind my system that I'm safe here in this moment right now. Good. Tapping on the beginning of the eyebrows. And while you're tapping on the beginning of your eyebrows, just notice any remaining anxiety symptoms in your body. If your heart is racing, focus on your racing heart. If there's a lump in your throat, focus on the lump in your throat. If there's tightness in your stomach, focus on the tightness in the stomach. If there are multiple symptoms going on simultaneously, focus on whichever is most strong. Okay, tapping on the side of the eyes. Just think about why you might feel anxious. You can say it out loud, or you can just think about it. Tapping is really simple. You focus on the problem. It can be a thought or a memory or a sensation in your body or a feeling that you have, an emotion that you have, and you do the tapping. Tapping under the eyes. I feel anxious right now. On the nose. It's not safe to feel calm and relaxed completely right now. On the chin, I can't feel calm and relaxed right now. On the collarbone, all this stress and anxiety. Under the arms, I want to feel calm and relaxed in this moment. Liver point, lots of stuff going on in the world. Wrist point, but I realize in this moment I am safe. Top of that, top of that. So I choose to feel calm and relaxed. Very good, deep breath. And let go. All right, excellent. All right, so now we've done a bunch of exercises and I've kind of rushed through them, but just to show you, you know, just some examples of the, and I know many more, of the many techniques that are possible that are not just using your thinking. You know, these are body-based techniques. Some come from yogic practice, some come from you know, Chinese medicine, some come from breath work. There's a wide variety of stuff out there which you can use to actually calm down and soothe your anxiety. So now I just want you to check in with your body again. Remember at the beginning of the video I said, how do you feel? And what bodily sensations do you notice? And now it's maybe 10-15 minutes later, we've done a bunch of exercises. How do you feel right now? You know, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your anxiety level right now? Is it higher? Is it lower? Is it the same? Just scan your body. Just close your eyes and really tune in. Now, if you notice that it is higher, which is uncommon, unlikely, but if that happens, you've tuned into something which needs to be addressed. Okay, you've kind of uncovered some deeper layer. I'm being attacked here. Right. But most likely what you've experienced is you're either feeling more relaxed, or you're feeling more calm, more at ease, or the anxiety has reduced. Or sometimes you might have started out with anxiety in your throat, and now it's in your chest. Or you might have started out in your chest and now it's in your stomach. It's kind of moving around. You know, if that's the case, you simply want to keep tapping, want to keep doing those exercises. Same thing if it's higher. You just want to keep tapping. You know, keep tapping over those points while you focus on what's going on. Do the exercises from scratch. Go to the beginning of the video, do it again. You know, and if you really feel bad, you need to reach out to someone to get some help, get proper help for this. You know, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm a social confidence coach. Now, what I showed you, those techniques, are very powerful techniques, but they are just that, a bunch of techniques. And as my mentor, Dr. David Lake, says, psychotherapist, these techniques are all great, but they're not therapy in and of themselves. So, you know, while they are great techniques to reduce your anxiety, it actually, you know, the real magic comes in, the real powerful, lasting results, being able to get to anxiety free, being able to actually connect with someone, and, you know, getting the results that really transform your life, where you can form friendships that you enjoy, where you are freely being yourself in social situations, where you have fun and, you know, speak your mind and, you know, feel free. That inner sense of freedom, that sense of self-esteem, you know, there's more required than just a bunch of techniques and doing a couple of techniques. But the techniques give you, you know, a bit of a idea of what might be possible. But on themselves, you know, stand alone, on their own, they're just relaxation techniques, very powerful ones. And, you know, not just relaxation techniques, I'm saying that wrong. I mean, they're healing techniques, but you need to, you know, once you know how to aim these healing techniques at the right issues, once you aim them at the repetitive negative experiences, the emotions that were stuck in your past, the patterns that were formed as a result of that, the beliefs that you have that cause the perception that you're not safe socially, the beliefs that cause you to perceive a threat, and the origins of these beliefs, the traumatic experiences in your past. Once you aim these techniques at those targets, and you do that properly in the right way, and you neutralize these experiences, you get rid of these beliefs, you get these cognitive shifts, and you begin to realize that you're actually safe, that's when you get the real results. So, I hope this has been helpful. These techniques are great already to just manage your emotional state a bit better, to have something to calm yourself down. I think I shared 6 or 7 of these techniques in this video. And, combine them, use them, play around with them, and, see how it goes for you. But keep in mind, they're just techniques, and the real deal comes when, the real results come in when you know how to aim these techniques at the right targets. And we'll be talking about that more at some point in the future. Now, please leave a comment below this video sharing how you felt before the videos and how you felt after the videos, because I want to, get a bit of an idea of like, are you actually going through these exercises, or are you just watching this for entertainment? And if so, what were your results? How did you feel before? How did you feel after? What was your number before? What was your number after? Do you have any questions? And I'll be there chatting, answering questions, and yeah. So thanks. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.